The Tower of the Americas at Hemisphere Park, reminders of the International Expo San Antonio hosted years back. Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Glad you can join us. We're live in San Antonio, Texas at the AT&T Center. This is the stomping grounds of the Spurs. And, of course, Boris Diaw. This will be their second game without him.
Kevin, I thought he was really an important player for them, undervalued and not given the credit he deserved. That's not to say the trade was a mistake, but I think they'll miss him more than you might expect.
You know, chemistry-wise, I agree with you, Clark, because he was a glue guy. You know, he's the guy that kind of held things together for them in a few areas, and so not having him around might take some getting used to.
A look at the Magic starting group. Payton and Oladipo, the explosive backcourt pair. Harris and Gordon, the athletic forward pair. And it's Vucevic in at the center, locking down the middle.
No doubt that is within his range.
Well, I would hope so. He's a pro, and it was only a one-footer. Come on now.
San Antonio on defense. This, of course, their first opportunity to play Orlando this season.
Yeah, and they swept this matchup the two times they played last year. They held the advantage on paper and on the court.
Yeah, exactly. An interconference matchup here. Not a lot of familiarity, but I wouldn't say they caught them off guard. There's a reason one team was in the playoffs and the other team was watching.
Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. First 1:30 gone here in the first quarter. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thank you, Kevin. The Magic head coach and I had a chance to talk just for a bit. He talked about the respect he has for the game of LaMarcus Aldridge and how tough it will be for them to slow him down, saying Aldridge is tough because he can score facing up or with his back to the basket. And with his length, it's tough to bother his shot. We'll look to deny him the ball when we can and just try to make it as hard as possible every touch. Kevin, we'll see how successful they are.
And as always, Doris, thank you. Leonard against Harris.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
The Magic have gone 2 or 3 here to start out the game. Now here's Payton. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Washington. Oladipo right side. Marked down low that time, and he got the 3-second call. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. And Ginobili, here we go. Here's the monster. Plays it up and in off the pretty assist. The Monster's got 8.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
The Orlando Magic come into this one after the win against the Washington Wizards.
And how about the game plan that was constructed for that one? I mean, it was apparent how powerless the D was to stop it.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. I mean, they just didn't have an answer for anything they threw at him.
Now here's Vucevic. 14 points from him the last game against Washington.
And don't forget about his work on the glass. I mean, he contributed in a number of ways.
Now here's Ginobili. After the miss from Vucevic.
What an incredible run they're on right now. Offense as well as I've ever seen it play.
Every single guy on their team with the absolute Midas magic touch, shooting the lights out here.
Payton passes to Oladipo. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of fighting over those screens.
And, Greg, especially when the ball is in his hands. I mean, come on now. You know he doesn't miss too many open looks like that.
Boom, he jams it straight down.
Really like that work there in the paint. He has really established a low post presence.
Oladipo outside. Kicks to Payton. Vucevic a screen on Leonard. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Payton's got his second basket of the night.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And he gets it to go. 14 points for Freak.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Now, here's Oladipo. They look to him for part of their offensive attack. Right now, he averages nearly 12 points a game.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but, boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And now we have a chance to check out Freak here. Over the last month, he has been spectacular. He's around 30, just over 3 blocks. And the intimidation factor that he possesses with his shot blocking and rim presence, really the backbone of their defense.
Yeah, you know, he's protecting the rim like it's his family. I mean, don't even think about going in there.
Duncan, he's checked in for San Antonio. Green comes in for Manu Ginobili.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and, Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Watson, the pass to Mendez. Now, here's Watson, covered by Parker. All alone. Hits the front of the rim and out. Well, it was the San Antonio Spurs winning their last game against the Clippers.
And they ran their offense nearly to perfection in that one. Very few possessions were wasted.
Yeah, they put the mute button on them that time. I mean, in front of a hostile crowd, they never let the fans get going. They silenced them over and over again with big, timely shots.
1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Man, have they been effective at getting the ball inside.
I tell you, we're taking a look at some real deficiencies defensively. I mean, they've given up 5 straight good looks in the paint.
Now here is Harris. He's coming off a 16-point game against Washington.
And equally impressive on the backboards. I thought his rebounding was huge.
Now here's Parker, following the missed shot by Tobias Harris. Outside, Green. Top of the key, Duncan. Passes it to the monster. 5 to shoot. Puts up the baby hook. And another basket for San Antonio.
And there are more points tacked on here to the early lead.
And it's a nice lead as well. I mean, it's no...
And now, your Spurs dance team.
And Tim Duncan closing in on 2 decades in the league. He talked about his continued love of the game.
The games are my solace. I enjoy playing the games. I enjoy.
Well, Duncan breaking down. Checked in for Duncan. Aldridge comes in for David West. And it's Ginobili in for Daniel Green. Napier, he's checked in for Orlando. Payton comes in for C.J. Watson. So on the floor for Orlando, Gordon and Vucevic together in the post. Napier is out there with Payton, and it's Hezonja in at the 3 spot. Vucevic with the bucket.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Clippers played some outstanding basketball. He finished with 25 points and was his usual self on the glass, grabbing just about any missed shot that came off the rim. Absolutely incredible numbers from him in a monstrous game.
Appreciate it, Doris. Thanks. Well, we've seen a lot of great players, have a lot of great games, but that was something special.
And I love that no matter what approach they tried against him, nothing's worked. I mean, he was ready for everything.
It makes you wonder what kind of defense they'll throw at him tonight. I mean, however they choose to play him, it's still going to take a special effort to keep him under control.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Leonard, he's checked in for Morrow. And Tony Parker is subbed in for Patty Mills. Outside Leonard. Feeds to Aldridge. The Spurs working the ball around now. The monster passes to Ginobili. Here's the monster. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession. While we have a moment here, let's reveal the teams that have been holding opponents to the fewest points this month. Number 1, the Spurs. The Magic in second.
I think these teams have made the adjustments defensively, and both are seeing their defensive numbers rise.
The Magic making a switch here. Dedmon's checked in. Down low, pass to Mendez. Here's Hezonja. He dishes it to Dedmon. Puts it up. Once again off the mark, Orlando. San Antonio's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. To the paint. Here's the monster. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
No slowing him down. Just incredible numbers for the monster. He has 20 points and also an assist. Just a terrific performance here in the first half.
And right from the start, you know, he has not held anything back.
Another trip to the stripe for him, and I tell you what, a little bit of a different feel here in the second quarter. A little more banging going on.
Man, and it's really served them well. Seeking out the contact you mentioned and putting pressure on the defense.
To the wing right side. Mendez, the pass to Harris. 1:04 left in the first half. Here's Mendez. Takes it into the teeth of the knee and converts the layup.
He's one of the best in the league at that. Even with just a tiny sliver, he always seems to find a way to get it up and in.
The offensive rebound, the monster.
A moment here to see some numbers for Peyton. How last month turned out for him. He's getting around 4 points a game, 6 assists and 4 rebounds. And his playmaking really stands out, making his teammates better offensively with his terrific passing.
Yeah, he's outstanding at controlling the tempo. I mean, keeps the ball moving and, of course, finds the open man.
Harris outside. 41 seconds left to play here in the half. The shot is off. San Antonio leading.
Clearly a 2-for-1 situation here, guys.
Oh, without question, Greg. I mean, the wise move would be to get themselves a quick shot so they have an opportunity to get that 2-for-1.
20 seconds left in the second quarter. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot two. It's going to be on free.
You know, even though they're behind, I love the job they've been doing getting to the free throw line.
We always like it when you're aggressive and not settle.
The Magic have had 7 opportunities at the free throw line and made good on 5 of them.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
Guys, their free throw shooting has slipped a bit since last year, but not really to the point where they should be overly concerned about it.
Parker passes to the monster. Out to Parker. Fires from deep. No good on the buzzer beater. And that'll do it for the first half.
Tony, you got...
Okay, guys, let's focus and get down to business. Now, here's a few things I took away from the first half. If there's something I'd like to see us do as well in the second half as we did in the first, it's get the ball into the low post. They've had no answer when we've gotten it into the paint. But we've shot the ball well, I'll give us that. And it's because we've had great shot selection. We've made really good choices.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Just a dominating performance in the post by him so far. Just tearing them to shreds when he gets it inside.
Yeah, and getting it to him is the only hard part, fellas. I mean, once he has it, he's automatic. Forget about it. He can do work down there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court right now for the Spurs, the timeless Parker and Manu are the 1 and the 2. Aldridge out there with the monster, and it's Leonard in at the 3. And Oladipo kicks to Peyton. There's a good screen. Picked by Vucevic. Back to Oladipo. To the inside.
That's the wall.
And Vucevic with the basket on the assist by Oladipo. And it's a 4-point Magic lead.
And really just unselfish basketball on the interior. That's the kind of pass a coach loves to see.
And Parker, here we go. The baseline J. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Leonard with the steal. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Payton against Parker. Got a hand on it, but he stays with it. Here's the monster. And can't hit the shot, but they're saying he got hacked, so he'll head to the free throw line. That one on Vucevic.
Really the right play defensively. If you can't block, force him to the line.
Yeah, exactly. Prevent the layup, give him a little bump, and then maybe they'll think twice about coming into the lane next time. And if they don't think about it, at least they might be distracted by your presence.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. David West, he's checked in for Aldridge. Morrow comes in for Mono Ginobili. Mills in for Tony Parker. And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Orlando's coach as he addressed his team. He made it clear that their offense needed to run through Vucevic. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. The other thing he stressed was the need to be disciplined on offense. He asked for good ball movement and good shot selection. Perhaps the rest of the second half will look different after those adjustments, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. Here's the monster. And good. Got the English that time as it falls. The Monsters got 28 points for the game. Orlando trailing here. Pass to Azania. Shabazz Napier's checked in for Elfrid Payton.
First team Magic substitution. Shabazz Napier.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Napier kicks to Vucevic.
That's the ball.
Shot is no good. Nice D from the monster.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close. You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
West outside. The pass to the monster. 6 on the shot clock. Boom, he jams it straight down.
My goodness, he sure can get off the ground.
One of the best in the business for sure. You're right.
I tell you what, he is an imposing finisher around the rim. He makes it look a little too easy.
Picked by Vucevic. Here's Napier. Another miss by Orlando. And it's the Spurs ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Left side, Leonard. From the arc. They get it back. The monster puts up the baby hook. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. And it's a 6-point Spurs lead.
You got to love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of grinded-out physical game.
That's the kind of look they can continue to go with. Maybe that'll help them create some separation on the scoreboard. I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Magic have gone shot. The Magic trail by 9 on the court for Orlando. Harris and Gordon, the athletic forward pair. Payton is out there with Watson, and it's Vucevic in at the foul. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul, and he's on his way to the free throw line.
Now, how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket. Wow, they've made every free throw here in the second half.
And that efficiency, Greg, as you know, so critical when you're looking to overcome a deficit. You've got to be close to perfect and can't waste scoring opportunities.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
100% since halftime? Come on now. I'm not sure this lead's going away anytime soon with that kind of marksmanship.
Both free throws good from the monster.
What an outstanding game he's having at the line. He's never been known for that, but he's certainly feeling it right now.
Payton dishes to Harris. The feed now to Vucevic. Poked away. Parker with the steal. One-on-one here. Here's Green. And it's good on the assist by Parker. Parker's got assist number 5 here tonight. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Spurs.
the activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. They've been in attack mode on the defensive end.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
Gordon kicks to Vucevic. Elbow shot is on the way. And the basket good.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help his team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Here's the monster. Vucevic defending. Here's the monster. It's hauled in by Gordon. The Magic trail by 10. Payton kicks to Harris. Good D by Parker.
And trying to come up with the highlight reel finish, somebody forgot to finish it.
Passes it to the monster. Orlando grabs the miss.
Now, nice work there to contest the finish inside.
You know, they got the shot they wanted, but his defense, deterred them from those plans.
And he makes the first.
At the line for 2.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses. San Antonio leading by 9. Ginobili the pass to Parker. To the inside. Here's the monster. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. Didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. You got to play without fouling.
And the second free throw, good.
No, you got it.
Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth.
Magic timeout.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts. Rotate.
Catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Orlando's coach as he addressed his team. He was riding them pretty hard for the number of silly fouls they've committed in this game. He said, listen, we need to have some defensive discipline. Stop biting on the shot fakes, stop reaching in, and stop giving them free points at the free throw line. We'll see if they'll respond, guys.
Solid rebound there, and with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole.
Payton kicks to Harris. And it's sent back by Aldridge.
Trailing here in the game, you can look at his performance as a direct indicator of why they're losing.
Green, the pass to the monster. Howard down after the assist, let him into the lane.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
Payton dishes to Vucevic. Baseline jumper. Another miss by Vucevic.
That's not a sight you see very often. He has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
Dishes to Green. He feeds it to Aldridge. Nice ball movement by San Antonio.
Oh, they are putting the hammer down. A huge lead right now.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if we're talking about their offense or their defense. It's all been good.
Pick by Vucevic. Payton drives in, and it's blocked. And they get it back. Vucevic with the bucket.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
The dish to Green. Stolen by Gordon. Payton against Parker. Shot left block. That doesn't go either for Payton.
I'd have been very impressed if he had got that one to go. Tough D.
To the middle, Aldridge a screen. Shot off the pick. Shot is good off the back rim and in. The Monsters got 41.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for the Spurs.
You know, Clark, their big advantage was points in the paint.
Well, they pounded that ball inside, Kevin, and operated down low. It worked for them consistently.
And with this win, they'll end up notching another victory for this year's campaign, win number 33.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
It sure is. It's just a 2-gamer since they're in opposite conferences, and you can bet they'll take the same approach right into game 2 that they had tonight.
And what a huge standout performance it was for the Monster. You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
Looking at the numbers for Vucevic, he's got 17 points and 1 steal as well.
And his offense has matched the defensive effort today. He's been really just one of the best players on both ends.
I don't know if you could say enough about the job he's been doing in all aspects of the game. I mean, stuff in the stat sheet when you look at it.
And he knocks down the first one. The Magic making a switch here. Both free throws good from the Monster. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Watson kicks to Napier. Pass to Mendez. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Guys, we have seen them with a lot of good ball movement.
Well, you like the smooth operating they're showing you here. I mean, things are clicking, and more importantly, it makes them tough to defend.
Clark, what you know about Sade? Smooth operator. But I agree with you. I think we're all seeing that right now.
Yes, indeed.
Get back, get back.
And Azania gets it to go.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
Here's Napier. And so it's San Antonio. He's
Guys, I'm here with
the 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Freak. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
I can't imagine a player having a better night from the field than he had tonight. His shooting percentage was off the charts. He used every trick in the book to get those high percentage shots. He shot from every direction, and there was a little bit of luck here and there, but he was on fire.
I don't know what got into him tonight. Whew. He caught the scoring bug and was just pouring it in the paint. That's the kind of offense he's capable of delivering when he sets his mind to it.
And that brings us to the end of our broadcast for this